Pradhan from LabVIEW Programming. It is our third video related to the LabVIEW and XG. In this video, we will use the numeric function palette. Okay, so for that, come here and click in a file and create one new VI. So when you will create a new VI in the LabVIEW and XG, you will get function.gvi. Okay, right now this is our function.gvi. It is our front panel block diagram. Let's see. Come into the block diagram. When you will click in the block diagram, okay, it's taking quite time. Okay, I'm going to minimize these things. Now right click here, come into data type, and there is a numeric. So come into the numeric data type. Let's see what is present here. So wow, add, subtract, multiply, divide, quotient, increment and decrements are present here. So can I pin in these things? So yes, I can pin. So first I will take addition functions here. We can increase the visibility. Look, I can take the now multiply and divide. Okay, now we'll design only two input okay, only two input A and B, and we'll connect all those functions. So for that, right click. Okay, now left click, try to left click, no, right click. In this node, try to right click. Now click its control. It's also control. Now we will connect this control like this. Okay, something is missing here, something is wrong. Nice, it is. Can we select all and right click, create indicators? Yes, it is indicator for this one, indicator for this one, indicator for subtract, and indicators for the additions. Okay, so look at here, these are the controls and these are the indicators. Now come into the come into the panel. So here there are 16, here there are 6, here there are 6 controls and indicators. So 2 input and 4 output. So either we can take one by one like this. So in this in this program we will take one by one. Okay, and we can take like this also, product. Great. Okay, either we can click this one and take all. Nice. Addition, subtraction, multiply and divide. So we have, okay, insert some value 1 and this one is 2, run. So the product of 1 and 2 is 2, the subtraction is the -1, the multiplication is 3, and the addition is 3, product is 2, subtract and all those. Okay, divide. So it is our first concept, and definitely it's working. So can we use this highlight execution? So to check and to see the work of highlight execution, we need to go to the block diagram, and in the block diagram we'll see. Okay, so let's try to use our shortcut of LabVIEW, Control A and Control U. So when I will press the control U, okay, control U is working, but it is much better than okay, auto arrangement. Now addition, subtraction, multiple, select all, right click, select all and show label. Nice. Show label. How can we show? Select first, select all. Okay, select all and look at here, show label. Okay, nice. Okay, we'll discuss it later. Now, so by using this way, we can use addition, subtraction, and multiplication and division concepts. And now, one more example here. So I will try to save these functions. Okay. Let's try to come to the file and save. Okay, untitled project name, and in this untitled project name, okay, uh, basic math function with basic math function. Basic math function, and this one is, the name is basic. Okay, LabVIEW, it is our hierarchy root. So now save. So the basic math function name has been set. Can we rename? Yes, we, if you want to rename, so we can rename here basic maths function dot, okay, a rename update. So let's try to check our rename. Come to a document, LabVIEW projects, basic math functions. Okay, basic math functions, this one is here. Okay, if I will not rename, so okay, if I will not rename, you will not rename, so you will get the name like these functions. Now try to add one more functions here. Look at here, you can click here, one more functions. Now come into the diagram, right click, sorry, no need to right click, we can direct target from this platform, data type, click here. Okay, increment and decrement and other things is present here. So let's try to take one numeric constant and take one more numeric constant. This one is dBl constant. Okay, one is the, so for that we can right click, value out, for right click, value out, numeric constant. So it is unsigned bit integer sign. Okay, so I am going to set it the, now look at here, it is unsigned bit integer, and right click. Good. So in the next video I will show you how can we change the representation and others. So good. So how can we insert the value? So I can insert the value 2, and how can I insert the value? So I, nice, select all. Okay, numeric, it is dBl. Let's try to change the dBl, run 2 and 2. Why? Okay, so it is dBl indicator. Okay, dBl output, and it is I integer output. Let's try to take some more functions here, quotient and remainders. So here my targeted number is constant, and constant is 1, 4, 5, and my one more, okay, that is 10. Right click, open, show the label X and Y. Show the label. Now take one more functions here. Connect with the quotient. Right click. Okay, great. Now create indicators. Create indicators. This will display, okay, this will display our, okay, it will display my unit numbers, it will display the decimal number, and this will display our hundredth total numbers. Okay, so as my assumption 5 4 1. So let's come into the panel, front panel. So here there are, right click, take all. Okay, so unit decimal, no, unit decimal and 100. Okay, run. Okay, 145 unit decimal and, so now again let's come into the block diagram. So this is, okay, it's same like the, okay, let's try to check the, this random number generator, this one, it's same or not. So for that, click here first and show label, so random numbers, right click, create indicators. Okay, random numbers. Okay, now how can I use the control H? Yes, context help is here also. Let's try to click. So random number generator will generate double precision floating point number between 0 to 1. I think it is same, and the output will be the 6-digit precision numbers. So come into the front panel and come here and take the random number generator. Nice. Okay, now run. It is same, there is no changes. Okay, so logic is completely same. Let's try to increase the range of this random number generator. I want to increase the range of this random number generator from 0 to 10. Okay, so for that I can we can use rot. Okay, as per my practice, every time I click right click, so I can come here, I can, and I can take the multiplier, we can connect here, create, okay, indicators, random number, service and product, change here, you can change from this platform. Okay, random number 0 to 10. Nice. Okay, now I want to change the random number generator from 0 to 100, so I can use this function, same, it will be 100, and this will be not, it will 100. So now come into the, now let's go to the front panel, click here first, show label, click here and show label. Nice. Now come into the front panel, you will get two unplaced item. So here both the unplaced item are 0 to 100 and 1. So random number, this indicator random, okay, alignment, let's try to check the, okay, proper. So this will generate our main original random number. This random number will display, and then random number 0 to 10 will display the 10th multiplied of the our original number. Okay, so it is 0 to 66, 6.723, and this is 7.237. Okay, so it is we can use our all numeric concept very easily using on this basic mathematics platform. So now I'm going to change rename the functions vi, and now the basic mathematics functions. So e extra maths function. Okay, update to save all. Okay, let's go and check here. In my LabVIEW projects, there is basic mathematics function. The 2GVI is present here. This is 2GVI which is present here, and catches are okay developed automatically. No need to do anything to design this cache. Okay, so any other functions remains. You know very well about the negative and other conversion. Right now conversion, in the next video we'll see how can we use this conversion, and you know very well about this conversion, so no need to worry. Okay, so come into the numeric. Okay, color constant is here. Let's try to check this color constant. Okay, right, if I will right click and create indicator, so the color value will display me the numbers. Okay, can I convert it into the control, change to control, right? Okay, come into the front panel. Color constant, it's indicator. Yes, it's indicator type, and color constant, it's control type. Okay, how can you know? How can you know? Look at here. This one is this one. Okay, this is the way. By using this number you can by using this increment this button, you can find this, you can identify this one is control and this one is indicator. Either when you will click, you will get the property, and definitely you will find this is a controls. Can we change it into indicators? Now it is indicators. Okay. Okay, I'm going to change. Nice, but what will happen if I will take this one numeric controls? I will let's come into the block diagram, take numeric indicators, just try to connect these numbers. Great. Okay, so now I want to show you something. Look at here, because your run button is broken. Why? Same like LabVIEW, if you will make any wrong connection, if you will do any wrong connection or data mismatch, okay, so run button will be broken here. So we can use our control Z concepts. Okay, so this program is completely okay. Let's come into the panel, and we can delete this one to run this program. So now you can use your mathematics, your numeric control palette very easily without any kind of problem, because the logic of the numeric controls utilization of numeric control is same like a LabVIEW. Okay, so in a LabVIEW NXG, the user interfacing platform and the designing working environment is quite different. Not quite different, there is something extra has been given here, and at a time you can see only one diagram. That's why, okay, only one diagram, so that's why you can say in this LabVIEW NXG you have to work here, and all those properties which you can control by the property nodes, you can control all those things here in your programming window. So it is very good concept, okay, for programming. But so thank you for this video. If you really want to learn about the LabVIEW NXT, so please try. Thank you for watching.